Welcome to Ina Tigers News. I'm Alexis Richer. Thanks for joining us again for the news we've been following for you. Republicans pushing a plan to dismantle Barack Obama's health care law are bracing for Congressional Budget Office analysis widely expected to conclude that fewer Americans will have health coverage under the proposal, despite President Donald Trump's promise of, quote, insurance for everybody. House Speaker Paul Ryan said he fully expects the CBO analysis, set to be released as early as Monday, to find less coverage since the GOP plan eliminates the government requirement to be insured. But Ryan and Trump administration officials vowed to move forward on their proposed, quote, repeal and replace plan, insisting they can work past GOP disagreements and casting the issue as one of choice, in which consumers are freed of government mandate to buy insurance. The House Intelligence Committee is asking the Trump administration for evidence that the phones at Trump Tower were tapped during the campaign, as its namesake has charged, a request reinforced Sunday by an influential Republican Senator, John McCain, who says the president must either come up with the evidence or retract his claim. President Donald Trump asserted in a tweet last week, quote, terrible, just found out that Obama had my wires tapped in Trump Tower just before the victory. Nothing found. This is McCarthyism. He continued the allegation against former President Barack Obama in other tweets but offered no evidence. McCain said Trump could, quote, clear this up in a minute if he were to call the director of the CIA, director of national intelligence, and ask what happened. German Chancellor Angela Merkel heads to Washington on Monday ahead of her first meeting with President Donald Trump. The encounter between the trained physicist and veteran politician, renowned for her measured comments and reserved style, and the billionaire real estate outsider, whose off-the-cuff tweets and undiplomatic approach have rocked American politics, could produce an interesting dynamic. But despite the difference in styles, hopes are high that Europe's most powerful leader will be able to use her savvy and experience to dispel some of the angst that has grown internationally over the first weeks of Trump's administration. In Merkel's 12 years as chancellor, she worked well with both Presidents George W. Bush and Barack Obama, and has established Germany as a key ally and leader of the European Union. Top Senate Democrats are warning Republicans controlling Congress against adding billions of dollars for President Donald Trump's U.S.-Mexico border wall to an upcoming $1 trillion pledge catch-all spending package. The warning from Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and others came in a Monday letter to Majority Leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky. The letter also warns against adding other poison pills, such as provisions to roll back environmental or consumer protections, and urges additional money for domestic programs to match the administration's planned Pentagon increases. A powerful nor'easter could bring blizzard conditions and more than a foot of snow to some parts of the Northeast, proving that winter is not done yet. The National Weather Service issued a blizzard watch from late Monday night through Tuesday evening for New York City and parts of northern New Jersey and southern Connecticut, while winter storm warnings and watches were issued for the remainder of the Northeast. Meteorologists said the storm could dump 12 to 18 inches of snow on New York City, with wind gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour. Will central New York get hit by the storm? Here's Josh with the latest in the forecast.
When two big storms join together, they usually make one really big storm. And those northeast cities along the I-95 corridor are going to get hit pretty hard with an end of the winter nor'easter. While we're on the western side of the storm, Mexico will still feel the effects. We're under a winter storm warning from midnight tonight until 8 p.m. Wednesday. During this time period, we could see up to a foot of snow. Expect 3 to 5 inches of snow during the day Tuesday. Overnight, the snow picks up and we could see up to 6 inches of snow with another 3 to 5 inches on Wednesday before the storm pulls out. During the heaviest snowfall, visibility will be limited as blowing snow will produce difficult driving conditions. Gusts could reach 40 miles per hour. Temperatures overnight Monday are in the upper teens and we're in the mid-20s Tuesday and Wednesday. So, any hopes of an early spring should be put on hold. That's the forecast. I'm Josh.
Syracuse Orange basketball fans are still fuming after the team was left out of the NCAA tournament. Here's Mr. Charbonneau with the sports.
Early season losses to Boston College, Connecticut, and St. John's, well, those were the sins Syracuse Orange couldn't overcome. And their penance, an NCAA tournament snub, and a trip to the NIT. Michigan State Athletic Director Mark Hollis, who chaired the NCAA selection committee this year, pointed to Syracuse's 2-11 record away from home, as well as several losses to teams outside the RPI's top 100, as the main reasons why the NCAA went with teams like Kansas State and Southern California, Wake Forest, ahead of Syracuse. Now, Syracuse coach Jim Boeheim, immediately after the selection show, was understandably disappointed.
I thought we had a terrible start to our season. We put ourselves in a tremendous hole, and then after that, I thought we played as well as we could. I think it comes down to we won just 2 road games, and we obviously lost 3 games to teams outside the top 100. I think that overbalanced the fact that we beat 3 teams in the top 15 and 6 teams in the top 50.
But Wake Forest's at-large bid has Orange fans scratching their heads the most. Now, Syracuse beat Wake Forest head-to-head and finished ahead of the Demon Deacons in the ACC. Syracuse ends up as the overall #1 seed in the NIT and will open that lesser tournament at home against UNC Greensboro Tuesday with a 7 o'clock tip time. ESPN televises the game. Well, there are 67 games to be played over the next 3 weeks to determine the next national champion, a magical time known as the NCAA tournament. So what's in store for 2017? Is there any way the top madness of last year's tournament, filled with double-digit upsets and an incredible ending? Chris Jenkins' buzzer-beating three-pointer gave Villanova its first championship since 1985 after North Carolina tied the game on Marcus Page's double-clutch three-pointer with 4.7 seconds left. Anyone up for a rematch in the April 3rd title game in Phoenix? It's possible, with the defending national champion Wildcats and North Carolina, a 5-time champ, well, they're #1 seeds on opposite sides of this year's bracket. Kansas and Gonzaga are the other 2 #1 seeds. The tournament officially starts Tuesday night with 2 play-in games. The introduction of stage racing has so far provided the intended effect of spicing up the NASCAR Cup Series, but nothing beats a good old-fashioned brawl to get everyone buzzing. Martin Truex Jr. wasn't immune. After taking advantage of Brad Keselowski's mechanical issues to sweep all 3 segments and take Sunday's race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Truex came into the media center and was asked about the Kyle Busch-Joey Logano pit road brawl. As Truex headed toward Victory Circle, video showed Busch walking down pit road and then turning right and throwing a right hook at Logano's face. Logano's crew members brought Busch to the ground as NASCAR officials yelled for them to stop. The United States, well, it bounced back to move on. Nolan Arenado and Buster Posey each homered and drove in 3 runs apiece to help Team USA shake off a deflating defeat and earn a berth to the second round of the World Baseball Classic by beating Canada 8-0 Sunday night. The Americans finished pool play at 2-1 and rebounded after blowing a 5-run lead Saturday night and losing to the Dominican Republic 7-5. The U.S. is trying for a WBC breakthrough after failing to reach the final in the 3 previous events. That's a quick look at sports. We hope you have a great day.
Seniors need to make sure they are going on the website to fill out Dollars for Scholars applications. All completed applications must be submitted by March 18, 2017 to be considered for this year's scholarships. On Wednesday, March 22nd, there is a Training of Career Expo at City. Juniors and seniors will learn about the job opportunities currently available in Oswego County, the background and training required to qualify, and information on where this training can be obtained. That's it for us today. We're back here again on Tuesday. For the staff of On the Tigers News, I'm Alexis Richer. Have a great day.